In the dim, mist-shrouded corners of an ancient Eastern European forest, there exists a cursed lake, a place where time itself seems to stand still. Villagers whisper about it, their faces pale with fear, their voices quivering and hushed. This is the lair of the Vodyanoy, a malevolent water spirit said to drag those who dare approach into its dark, watery depths to a fate worse than death. Stefan, a grizzled fisherman who had spent his life wrestling the great rivers, scoffed at such tales. His skepticism was a shield, a bulwark against the unknown. But when his only son, Mikhail, vanished one fateful night while fishing near that dreaded lake, doubts began to gnaw at his soul, clawing away at his sanity. Tormented by nightmares of Mikhail, gasping for air as spectral arms pulled him into the abyss, Stefan resolved to confront the monster and reclaim his son's spirit, or join him in eternal rest. At the stroke of midnight, with a full moon gleaming like a sliver of hope amidst a sea of despair, Stefan armed himself with a harpoon and a burning lantern. As he approached the lake, an icy chill grasped his heart, and the once familiar sounds of the night seemed to vanish, replaced by an oppressive silence. The water's surface was unnervingly still, reflecting the moonlight in a way that seemed otherworldly. Stefan called out his son's name, his voice a desperate wail that echoed across the water. For a moment, there was nothing, and then the surface broke, disgorging a figure both grotesque and captivating. The Vodyanoy was a ghastly blend of human and amphibian, with skin like murky jade and eyes that glowed with a malevolent joy. Stefan could feel the creature's power, an ancient wrath that resonated deep within him. He raised his harpoon, but before he could strike, the Vodyanoy spoke in a voice that sounded like churning water and the cries of the drowned. "Your son's spirit is mine, and so too shall your despair nourish these waters," it hissed. Stefan, driven by raw emotion, lunged at the creature. The Vodyanoy was fast, its form shifting with the fluidity of water. Yet Stefan's aim was true, the harpoon plunging into the creature's chest. A scream that echoed with centuries of torment filled the air as the Vodyanoy slumped back into the lake, dissolving into nothingness. In an instant, the lake erupted into motion, bubbles and froth marking where the Vodyanoy had sunk. Stefan fell to his knees, exhausted, his eyes scanning the now turbulent waters for any sign of Mikhail. He heard it before he saw it, a soft, plaintive cry. There, at the water's edge, lay his son, drenched and shivering but alive. The curse was lifted, but Stefan would never forget the terror of that night, nor the price of his victory. The Vodyanoy had been vanquished, but its shadow would forever haunt the souls of the villagers, a grim reminder of the darkness that lurks beneath the surface of the familiar.